have a very special treat for you because now I have, nearly 4 dozen millionaires. It's getting insane, but you gotta learn from every single one of them and their journeys. And in this video that you're about to see, I want you to take notes because Jack Kellogg shares the ups, the downs, everything that he has gone through to make now roughly $13 million. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't just, so easy, especially in the beginning. And I think that you'll be surprised at how tough it was, especially in the beginning. And it's tough for everybody in the beginning. When you don't know your own strengths and weaknesses in trading, when the market's changing, when it's not an exact science. So this video I'm very proud of. It's not what you think. It's not like Jack is just bragging about the millions that he's made, but he's very open and honest about everything. So pay attention, take notes, leave a comment below. Thank Jack for being so transparent with his whole journey. He's been inspired by my other millionaire students. He's now giving weekly webinars to challenge students. So I really encourage you to tune in, not just to my webinars, but his webinars. He talks about everything that he's doing. You can ask him questions and answers. It's pretty beautiful. If you click the link below this video, you can join the challenge. Understand you have to apply. You have to go through a whole process. We don't just let anybody in because we're a very tight-knit group and we need people with the right mindset, the right dedication. As you'll hear from Jack, $13 million, it didn't just, magically appear in front of him. He earned every single dollar. And he might not win on every trade, but he's got a process, he's got his path, and he's really learned a lot. He's only, in his early 20s, so I'm really excited to see what more he can do. But pay attention to this video, turn off all distractions, get ready to take notes. Here's Jack Kellogg. What's up? Tim Sykes here with the man, Jack Kellogg.
How's it going, man?
Here in Italy, celebrating his success, closing in on $13 million. I want you to understand what's possible. He has made nearly double what I've made in like a third of the time. How have you done?
Lots of hard work. That is the main thing, is a lot of hard work and being confident in my ability to get there. And I think that's what a lot of people sometimes lack, is just the self-belief. Some people are just like, I'm just getting into it for part-time, or I just want to make 100K, or I just want to make $1 million. I wanted to make double in a third of the time. You know what I mean? That wasn't my goal, but when you reach for very high goals, like Tim mentions all the time, the famous quote, set high goals, you're gonna work, 25% harder or 30% harder?
It increases your daily productivity. So dream big, study hard, but also it's what you study. Like, you were a valet, it doesn't matter how hard you worked as a valet, you would never make millions of dollars. It was the wrong strategy. Many of you have manual jobs, you have hourly paying jobs. You can't really grow your account, your net worth, your wealth exponentially. This is the beauty of trading, because what Jack is doing now is the same thing he was doing when he first started his journey, when he didn't have a lot of money, but he's taking more size in his positions. No one trade matters, but you work on a process and then you optimize that process. Just yesterday, he made about $40,000. Over the past 2 weeks, he's made about $300,000. So I want to inspire you to show you what's possible after you refine your process, after you study hard long enough, and then you size up, then the money can really grow. And we were talking about this, like how long would it take you as a valet to earn, $300,000? That's a lot of cars parked.
That's tens of thousands of cars parked, maybe $1 million.
That would take several years, maybe a decade.
Probably a decade.
Right?
Probably a decade,
so do you want to make $300,000 in a decade, which is hard work, like parking a lot of cars or any manual labor job, or in basically 10 trading days? That's the difference between trading. So I want to inspire you to show you the upside, because Jack has done it, Tim Bertani has done it. I now have 40 plus millionaire students. It's amazing what you can do when you study hard, when you learn the patterns, and then when you size up. But it does not happen overnight. This has been several years. Your first few years, you didn't earn that much because he was learning. So many of you are just starting. It's frustrating. You don't want to study. You don't want to size up. It's scary, but it gets easier over time. What's your confidence like now versus like year one when you first started, 8 years ago?
Yeah, I would say that my self-belief is still the same, which is what I talked about before, but in terms of confidence that I'm actually going to show up and make money in the market, it was very low. That I just felt like I was just donating money to the market, but that's key in the beginning, because that's what allows you to have small size. I'm no master, I'm still no master, but at least now I know that I can make money consistently year over year, I believe. Maybe I'm going to have a red year, who knows, but I'm very confident that if I execute my system and my strategy, that I'm going to come out with a consistent profit. I'm not going to win every trade, but I'm going to win about like 59%, which my records show over 7,000 trades.
And that's the key. He's being humble when he says he might have a red year. Like, it's been a while since he's had like red several months, but he does have losses, but his wins are bigger than his losses. And then when he's confident, because he's refined his process and he's optimized it, he can really size up. And this is what I want for all of you guys. I want you to study the patterns, study the past, the DVDs, the video lessons, the webinars, study the current market, and then come to the market every single day better prepared. This is what successful trading is all about. It's about coming to the market prepared and being ready to really capitalize. You might see the same trade as Jack, but because he has so much expertise and so much practice, he's going to execute the trade better than you. And that's what it comes down to. You can't control when the next hot play will be. You don't know when the next hot sector will be. You don't know if the market is going to be hot or cold. But you can control your preparation. And out of the DVDs, video lessons, and webinars, and the challenge, which has helped you the most?
The webinars by far.
Yeah. And now he's giving webinars. This is the beautiful thing. He's paying it forward. You know, many of you have already tuned in to Jack's webinars. Every single one of you should. How many webinars have you given now the past few months?
Well, I started giving webinars of August last year every single week. So you do that, and then I gave a few webinars before I started even giving webinars consistently. So I would say it's somewhere between 50 and 70 webinars that I have archived in the challenge. And I put so much energy and effort into the webinars because, like I just said, that webinars help me the most. So I'm trying to help you guys the most because I know how big of an impact it made on me.
And that's what it comes down to. Study the past webinars. Tim Bertani, who's also made, 8 figures, not just 7 figures, but 8 figures. He also has given 70 plus webinars in the challenge. Many of you don't want to watch it because it's several years old. The patterns repeat, okay? We're basically glorified history teachers studying the past to be better prepared in the future. And the cool thing is, Tim Bertani's last webinar that he gave a few years ago, he made 300 grand in one day on CYDY. Jack also, how much did you make that day?
90 grand?
90,000. I made $30,000. Okay, so you can trade smaller or more conservative like I do, but $30,000 in a day is not too bad, or 90,000 or 300,000. And now you can size up even more. Like if you had CYDY today, as opposed to how many years ago was that? 3 or 4 years ago?
That would be June 2020, so 4 years ago.
So would you approach it differently now? Would you have sized up more?
$500,000 on it.
And that's the beautiful thing. That's what's crazy because he has the confidence and he has the execution. And that's what we're trying to get you to, understand. If you put in the time, if you study up, I always say it's a marathon, not a sprint. The first day, the first week, the first month, even the first year is not going to happen overnight. But the more time you put into it, you become an expert. And then you see the patterns and they come to you, right? Like we didn't even expect to have that many trades here. This is summertime in Italy. It should be slower, but the market has been on fire lately. And he's been capitalizing,
This is my best July ever so far. I'm on track for my best July ever.
Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky.
I know.
But 300 grand for him in the past 2 weeks. I'm making like 4 to 5 grand a day, which for me is very good. I'm taking smaller size. It's not just about how much money you can make. It's can you create a good plan? Can you execute that plan? Can you stick to that plan? Are you sticking to that plan?
Yes, of course. I'm always sticking to the plan.
Right?
Always stick to the plan.
But that's beautiful. And understand that when you see Jack or you see me or you see any of the other millionaires in the challenge, you see us making our trades. That is our evolution of our process playing out. So I know it might be confusing. I know it's tough in the beginning, but anything worth doing is tough in the beginning. The difference is with trading is that you can grow exponentially. This is very different than an hourly paying job. Would you agree with that?
100%. And the thing is, it's not a small difference. The difference is like longer than my wingspan. Like it's such a big difference on what you can do in out. Maybe you're going to get a 5 or 10% raise every year if you're lucky. This
if you're an employee of like the year, you get like a 10% raise. Congratulations.
10% raise. Here you can literally go from trading and making $100 to making $100,000 on the same trade, or $1 million on the same trade, or $10 million on the same trade, depending on liquidity. But there's literally nothing stopping you.
And position size. That's what it's all about. Like when you were first beginning, it's awesome that you're now closing in on $13 million. But like in the beginning, do you have 1 year where you went from like 50,000 to like 100,000 or 100,000 to like 300,000?
Yeah, so in 2017, the first year I shared this with Tim, I was down $2,700. And then 2018, I made about 30 or 40,000, so very, very small. And then in 2019, I made, I think it was 120,000 or so. And then in 2020, I made 2 million.
And that's the beautiful thing. Obviously, different markets offer different opportunities, but it's not about a 5 or 10 or 15% raise. If you are prepared in a hot market, which this is a hot market right now, then you can really capitalize, you can really grow your net worth in terms of a few days or a few weeks. Like, forget about just becoming a valet and it taking 10 years to make $300,000. There's a lot of people who are like teachers and, just people who work normal jobs. They make $40,000, $50,000 a year. $300,000 is several years of work, and you don't know exactly how secure your work is in this economy. So trading is all about self-sufficiency. You are prepared to capitalize or you are not. How do we get people to really capitalize? What should they do?
I would say sign up and study as much as you can and believe and see what Tim's done, see what I've done, see what Tim Bertani's done, Mark Crook, Michael Good, all of these people, what they've done, and know that it's possible, and just use that to fuel yourself to put in the maximum amount of workload and know that you can get there.
And it's a stepping stone. The more millionaires that are in the community, you start to learn from their journeys. I encourage you to study all 40 plus millionaire students' journeys. They show all their trades, good trades, bad trades, and you can take a little bit something from him and a little bit something from, Mariana, the first female millionaire student. You have other millionaires, and you can see what everyone is doing to achieve the seemingly impossible. Study these great traders. Pick apart their strategies, find what works for you, because every single one of you watching this, we have slightly different, personalities, strengths, weaknesses, account sizes, experience levels. All of this stuff plays out over time. You have to find what works for you. It's not an exact science in the market. It's not an exact science for every single person, but you have to make it your own. And I encourage you to study all of the tools in the challenge. So get studying, get working, get on Jack's level, get on my level, get on your own level. Maximize the opportunity. That's what you need to do. Get excited. You're starting now. Take it seriously.
Study up!
Study up. What's up, Tim Sykes here with Jack Kellogg. We have a surprise for you because he's closing in on 13 million. I'm closing in on 8 million in trading profits. The market is on fire. There's so many tools and resources that you can now use to really speed up your own education. Tell them what you're doing now.
What I'm doing right now is crushing the market, buying a lot of low-priced stocks with tons of volume. Started in May of 2024 this year. Now we're in July. And the portfolio is up about 850%, just about to crack that 1,000% mark. I've taken my own personal Roth IRA from $10,000 this year to new highs as of yesterday, with Fifi bringing in a 25% win, all the way up to $560,000, which is a 56x. And I'm just so happy, so juiced up about it, because it feels like I'm getting rich all over again. And it's exactly what we talked about. If you guys have not seen the previous videos talking about the 7-figure cycle, talking about the rate cuts, it's exactly what's happening in the market. And I still believe it's just getting started. We're still looking for that first rate cut, and the market is on absolute fire.
This is what I want you guys to understand. We talk about the millions we've made a lot. I talk about how there's exponential gains, but it's really about pushing it, because so many people are sick and tired of making 5, 10, 15% gains per year. It's fine if you already have $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, you're still making a few $100,000. But if you have $2,000 in your name, $5,000, $10,000 in your name, what are you gonna make? $500 on the year? $1,000 on the year? This guy is taking his Roth. Just understand this. $10,000 in a few months, $10,000 into $500,000. You might think this is impossible. The good news is he shows every single trade. If you actually click the link below, not every trade is a winner, but he has 40, 50% winners again and again, and lots of 1 or 2% wins or losses. And the small wins or the small losses don't move the account that much, but the 40 or 50% gains really boost it.
Exactly.
And it's
100%.
pretty amazing. Like, we don't really talk enough about how to grow your account exponentially. Because most people think it's impossible, right? Like 50 times, like what is this? Some like shady crypto.
People think it's a scam. No options, no shady crypto, all penny stocks,
No
right?
leverage.
No leverage. I can't use leverage on a Roth IRA. No leverage. So I've done this all through, like Tim said, it's exactly what he said. I'm looking to make or lose 5% on my losers. Sometimes I lose 10% if I get sloppy. But I'm just looking to keep my losses so small. Tim's number one rule, keep your losses small, and then once this trades start going, I'm adding into my winning position. I know how a winner looks because I've been doing this for 8 years. And once it gets up 40, 50%, I sell. And guess what? Sometimes they keep going. Fifi went from 4 cents to $4. Zap went from $2 to $20. And guess what? I'm selling these for 50% wins, and they're going up how much? 10, 100x? Like, it's insane.
This is what you guys have to understand. Everyone thinks that like we're exaggerating about our own returns and our gains. We're taking just a piece of the pie. Like, it's crazy to me when I first got started teaching. Everyone's like, oh, you're lucky, you're a fraud. Like, you must be nailing these plays. And I'm like, no, there's a lot more opportunity. Now Jack is showing it, he's experiencing it, and we want you to experience it too. So if you do click the link below, you can check out Jack's trades. He's giving you the blueprint to growing an account exponentially. And I know it is risky, penny stocks are risky, day trading is risky, life is risky, but it's worse if you don't take that risk. It's worse if you don't explore the upside potential. Because trust me, having $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 to your name is just not much fun. There's not much you can do. Both Jack and I, once upon a time, we only had a few $1,000s to our name, and we both worked our asses off with manual labor jobs, like tough hourly paying jobs. A lot of you are in this situation, but you can use your hard work, you can use your work ethic if you have the right strategy to grow your accounts exponentially. It doesn't happen overnight. Jack has been doing this for several years now, but he is living proof that it is possible, and he's doing it faster than I thought possible. It's faster than probably you thought possible, right?
My original goal was to hit $1 million at 25, which I thought was already a steep goal, just having a few $1,000s at 18, 19, 20. So to be 10x that by 25, like it's blowing my mind. I never thought that was possible. All I wanted to do was make $100,000 a year for the next like 7 or 8 years, but I saw the opportunity. I just never slowed down.
And as we're filming this, he's up about $300,000 in the last 2 weeks alone. So this is what is possible. We're trying to get you to understand, wait a minute, there's a lot of upside in a hot market with the 7-figure cycle that we've done a presentation on. You can actually click the link below.
Watch the presentation and you'll see exactly what we're talking about.
It's a free presentation because we want you to see that not all markets are the same. Right now is the time to really push it with your education, with your training. That's why we're all amped up. I've had a few cappuccinos today. I'll admit, Jack is just naturally pumped. We'll see what plays are in the market today, but almost every single day, even though it's summertime, every single day there's a 50, 100, 200, 500% runner. Sometimes you're even putting together 200 or 500% returns over 2 or 3 or 4 days. You just have to take a little piece of that pie and you'll see, right?
Even 20, 30, 40, 50%, 70%, that is a home run. That is a home run in my books. So if you see a stock go up 1,000%, don't worry about it, because these 50% opportunities, if you can catch them time and time again, week after week, week after week, your account is going to be all set.
There will always be another play, especially in this market. We want you to capitalize, but you have to be prepared. You can't just chase anything. You can't be unprepared. Click the link below, watch the presentation, check out Jack's amazing portfolio and trades. He's doing all of these videos too. He's got a now masterclass. Study up. Come to the market every single day prepared. This is the time to capitalize. Keep up the good work, man.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Study up. Wow, I mean, how crazy is it that not only has he made $13 million, but the fact that he's so honest about his mistakes and how hard it was in the beginning, but he stuck with it. I think a lot of people are surprised by the fact that he didn't make any money in the first 6 months, year, even year and a half. Obviously, the challenge has improved. You have more content than ever. Jack is now giving challenge webinars every week. So if you do click the link below and join the challenge, you have more content than he ever had access to, than any of my millionaire students in the past had access to. The challenge is always improving, and frankly, this is why we're creating more millionaires from scratch. But I'm so proud of Jack. Watch this video again if you have to, in case you need to understand how hard it is to find your sweet spot in a changing market with your own strengths and weaknesses, your own personalities. And I'm just so thankful for him sharing everything and now teaching other traders, paying it forward. This is what I love about the challenge. This is what I love about Jack. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but the question is, do you want to actually put in the hard work, the time, the effort, the adapting, the spreadsheets, the journaling, all of this stuff that's required to actually make it happen? I want more dedicated students, but if you do, click the link below and apply for my challenge. Be ready to grind, okay? This is not about just giving money. This is about creating a process so that you can not just become a millionaire, but so you can become self-sufficient. Click that link below only if you promise to be studious, and leave a comment below. Please congratulate Jack. Thank him for his honesty and transparency. I'm so proud of him. Study up.